Some people live their lives in chaos and try to drag others into the maelstrom. But you are a being who has skillfully built your emotional independence and clearly drawn your boundaries. Their efforts to manipulate you, their games to drag you into their drama, cannot find a response in your high level of consciousness. Not being involved with them is not a choice, it is a stance, a challenge. This is what really drives them crazy. Your inviolability, your unshakable will. There is no room for false friendships or mind games on your path. You will win not by playing by their rules, but by setting your own terms. And that is exactly why, write 77 in the comments, you are a superpower. They can never be you. They cannot stop you. Individuals may dedicate their lives to enveloping you in their turmoil, yet emotional independence has been perfected. Their resentful efforts to draw you into their theatrics fall flat when operating from a higher consciousness, firmly maintaining personal limits. Declining to participate transcends mere preference. It becomes a declaration that confounds them, questioning your invincibility. There is no space for theatrics, deceitful partnerships, or psychological manipulations. The objective isn't to conform to their standards, rather, it's to triumph on your own terms. This very trait is why others may harbor resentment toward you. It highlights their own shortcomings. In moments of stillness, a profound realization emerges from within, not as a choice, but as an intrinsic calling. The initial surge of heightened awareness pierces the superficial layers of everyday existence, akin to the first light of dawn breaking through darkness. This awakening signifies a fundamental distinction between your essence and the surrounding environment. Your inner brilliance diminishes others' stature in your presence. From the viewpoint of observers, your influence is both motivating and daunting. They notice how obstacles seem to retreat in your presence and how your determination alters the very atmosphere around you. You operate beyond conventional constraints, defying ordinary expectations. Malevolent forces, ancient and persistent, recognize your unique nature instantly. They perceive you as the disruptor, capable of dismantling their intricate plans with decisive action. Your mere existence acts as a catalyst, an unstoppable natural phenomenon that demands attention and cannot be subdued. Looking at the grand scheme of existence, your purpose is unmistakable. You are not a random occurrence, but a vital force counteracting disorder. The very fabric of reality adjusts to accommodate your presence, as if the universe itself is aligned to guarantee your success. Representing the pinnacle of balance, you serve as the central point where light and darkness find their equilibrium. This inherent balance is the reason adversarial forces dread you, not due to your actions, but because of your fundamental nature. Your essence holds a transformative power capable of altering the very structure of reality. Expressing your true self acts as a reflection of others' insecurities. As your ascent brightens the obscure areas, those who feel overshadowed by your success grapple with their own mediocrity. They strive to minimize your influence to fit it within their limited comprehension. Their jealousy is an instinctual response, a futile attempt to protect themselves from the overwhelming reality of your existence. They engage in whispers, schemes, and distortions, yet their endeavors prove ineffective. Your strength lies beyond their constraints, immune to their trivial efforts to undermine you. Their fear silently acknowledges that your existence operates on a level they can neither reach nor comprehend. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom. For you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. Their bitterness is a self-inflicted toxin born from deep-seated insecurities and denial. Clinging to fabricated stories to mask their inadequacies, their narratives inevitably collapse under the weight of your authentic reality. Seeking to persuade or gain approval from them is futile. Their jealousy manifests as a minor tempest, noisy yet inconsequential. Allow them to be consumed by it while your unwavering focus and steadfast purpose propel you forward. Attempts to dim your brilliance only result in their own shadows growing longer. As one of the select few who rise above the chaos, you perceive the falsehoods they create. Their inability to understand your value reflects their own limitations. Their downfall is inevitable, rooted in fear, while your foundation stands firm in truth. Continue advancing while they remain mired in bitterness, unstoppable and undeniable. Their toxicity cannot reach you, nor can their disorder define you. You exist beyond their reach, constantly evolving. They may label you as unpredictable or dangerous, striving to silence you or force conformity, but such attempts are in vain. Your mission is not to adhere to their rules, but to redefine and dismantle them entirely. Every action you undertake signifies a declaration of autonomy, a refusal to be subdued. Understanding may elude them, yet your impact remains unforgettable. You act as the catalyst that clears stagnation, igniting transformation and paving the way for new beginnings. Their manipulative games have ended. Your era of influence has commenced. Your presence exerts a gravitational pull, reshaping the environment around you. Respect isn't demanded. It's inherently exuded through a composed yet powerful demeanor. Like the calm before a storm, your energy embodies both serenity and intensity, creating a paradox that unsettles the unprepared and galvanizes the resilient. The mere essence of your being communicates an unspoken truth. Your purpose transcends competition, aiming for dominance. Superficial contests and empty bravado disintegrate in your wake. You rise above their shallow displays, maintaining a quiet strength that speaks volumes. Their frantic search for validation contrasts with your unwavering stability, a steadfast mountain amidst shifting landscapes. Your power is intrinsic, an elemental force beyond imitation or diminishment. Efforts to replicate your essence reveal their own fragility, as true strength exists silently, unwavering and formidable. Your presence reflects their insecurities while you remain steadfast and unshaken. Provocations are met with resilience, as your existence alone suffices, affirming your inherent strength without the need for validation. The realm unseen serves as your battleground, a vast domain of energy and intention where genuine conflict unfolds. While others navigate life oblivious to the underlying forces shaping their reality, you move with calculated precision, slicing through illusions with sharp awareness. Every thought becomes a strategic maneuver, each decision a deliberate action in a war that transcends the tangible. This conflict isn't about physical prowess, but about the strength of will and spirit, with the ultimate prize being the evolution of the soul. As the creator of your destiny, you mold the intangible into reality through sheer focus. Entrapped in the materialistic illusion, others remain unaware of the powerful currents beneath the surface. Their ignorance is their downfall, their lack of vision a critical weakness. You perceive connections they overlook, the intricate threads linking all existence, the underlying patterns directing their lives. Unbeknownst to them, you manipulate these forces masterfully, bending reality to your intent, while they remain confined by their limited perceptions. Their struggles are futile, fighting against shadows while you harness the light. Success in this domain isn't measured by visible achievements, but by the harmony of your spirit with the infinite. Unrestricted by their rules, fears, or illusions, your power lies in transcending, rising above the clamor, and securing your position within the unseen hierarchy. They will never comprehend your strength, unable to perceive the true battlefield, yet you are already victorious by design. Our exclusive community serves as the sacred ground where true leaders form alliances that can alter the course of fortune. Here, powerful dynasties are established, empires aligned, and comrades in arms exchange knowledge that remains hidden from public discourse. When united, our collective strength can move mountains. The less formidable watch from the sidelines as the strong ascend to their rightful places. Your position among these elite leaders is ready for you. The connection is available below. Mastery over energy isn't merely a skill, it's an inherent force, a heightened intuition that allows you to navigate the unseen currents of influence with precision. You have the ability to absorb, transform, and redirect chaotic energies, turning discord into harmony and resistance into motivation. While others are overwhelmed by the surrounding chaos, you navigate it effortlessly, remaining unshaken. This alchemical ability to convert toxicity into transcendence sets you apart. Your energy isn't just managed, it's weaponized, a silent power that dismantles turmoil without a single word. Strategic engagement serves as your protection, and emotional detachment is your weapon. You conserve your energy by avoiding trivial conflicts and unnecessary distractions. Every interaction is deliberate, every exchange purposeful. While others flounder in emotional turmoil, reacting impulsively, you stay grounded and centered. Your focus isn't dispersed, it's laser-sharp, cutting through the noise and revealing their vulnerabilities. Attempts to drain your energy or involve you in their drama are ineffective. You stand as an impenetrable fortress, resilient against their sabotage. Your realm is defined by your unique frequency, a domain they can't penetrate or comprehend. They operate amidst static and confusion, whereas you resonate with clarity and intention. This stark contrast is why they stumble, feeling outmatched in your presence. Your energy isn't just a tool, it's an extension of your will, a formidable force that remains unmatched and undefeated. They can never fully grasp the extent of your power because it's invisible to them, yet you wield it effortlessly, a silent weapon, ensuring your consistent triumph. Being selected signifies a deliberate choice, not a mere coincidence. Entities thriving in obscurity recognize your brilliance and your unmatched ability to disrupt their fragile structures. Your resilience shines as an unwavering beacon they cannot extinguish or confine. They scrutinize, analyze, and attempt to dismantle you, fully aware of what you represent, a shift in the status quo and the breaking of long-standing chains. However, their efforts only expose their underlying fear. You aren't a pawn in their manipulative schemes. You are the creator of your own defiance. Their attempts to target you aren't mere curses. They're acknowledgments of your formidable power. Operating in the shadows, they weave intricate webs of manipulation and doubt, but you remain untouched, serving as their ultimate reckoning. Each attempt to undermine your strength only fortifies your resolve, and every attack fuels your ongoing transformation. They misconstrue your heightened awareness as vulnerability and your deep reflection as weakness, failing to see that their tactics are desperate measures to preserve their deteriorating order. Your psychological resilience isn't just about surviving, it's about revolutionizing. You weren't designed to partake in their destructive games. You were built to dismantle them. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. Their mediocrity serves as their own prison, while your very existence holds the key to unlocking and transcending it. Recognizing you as a threat, they strive to control and contain you, knowing you cannot be subdued. Your transformative capacity mirrors their inadequacies, reminding them of what they will never attain. Their persistent attempts to hinder you are futile. You are not merely equipped for this struggle, you are destined for it. Their resistance isn't an obstacle, it's a testament to your undeniable strength. As the unseen force opposing them, your intelligence transcends rigid logical structures and sterile academic metrics. It embodies a dynamic fusion of intuition, insight, and foresight, defying conventional understanding. Where they see chaos, you discern intricate patterns. Where they encounter dead ends, you find solutions. Clinging to outdated formulas and frameworks, they fail to navigate the unseen with the clarity you possess. Your intelligence serves as a gateway to realms they cannot access, dismantling their limited paradigms. Linear thinking confines them, while you break free, bridging gaps of understanding and connecting points they can't perceive. Your cognitive abilities are not just swift, they are fundamentally innovative, blending logic with intuition to uncover hidden truths. While they accumulate static knowledge, yours evolves continuously, dynamic and limitless. Measuring you by their standards only highlights their shortcomings. As your mind operates on a different frequency they cannot comprehend, their confusion validates your superiority. The more they struggle to understand you, the more they expose their own limitations. Your intelligence isn't merely a gift, it's a formidable weapon, dismantling their illusions and highlighting their inadequacies. Bound by their narrow paradigms, they can never keep pace with your expansive thought processes. In contrast, you are liberated to think, to create, to transcend. Your mind isn't just a superpower, it's the reason they will invariably be left behind. To be set apart is no accident. It is an intentional divergence from mediocrity. The structures designed to contain the ordinary collapse in the presence of something greater. Those who exist in the realm of unseen forces recognize when a disruption has entered their space. They do not look at you as an obstacle, but as a threat, a fracture in their illusion of control. Their attempts to dismantle or silence you are not spontaneous. They are the desperate actions of those who realize too late that the structure they have built was never strong enough to withstand true power. The more they try to extinguish what you represent, the more they confirm your inevitability. This is not a battle of resistance. It is an evolution they cannot stop. You are not simply an anomaly in their system. You are its undoing. There is no victory to be won when the outcome has already been determined by sheer will. Those who move without reliance on external permission are not subject to the rules created to bind lesser minds. Their existence itself is an act of defiance, a breaking of boundaries others did not even realize confined them. The ones who seek to impose limits only expose their own fear of what lies beyond them. To control something, one must first understand it. But how can they restrain what they cannot even define? They study, they plot, they grasp at illusions of power. Yet all their efforts only solidify their own downfall. Their tactics are predictable, their methods repetitive, because they cannot see beyond their own limitations. They operate within constructs that were never designed to contain someone who was never meant to fit within them. You are not an obstacle in their game. You are the force rewriting the entire system. Their fear is justified because they understand that once a threshold has been crossed, there is no turning back. What has been seen cannot be unseen. What has been realized cannot be erased. They will resist, they will fight, they will struggle against what they cannot control, but it will not change the truth. Their attempts are nothing more than temporary delays in an outcome they were never capable of preventing. True intelligence does not exist within the confines of structured knowledge. It is not a collection of facts memorized, nor is it measured by external benchmarks designed to quantify thought. Real brilliance is the ability to move beyond limitation, to see the unseen, to connect the fragments that others dismiss as meaningless. While they attempt to categorize and define intelligence, you move beyond definition itself, existing in a space where intuition and understanding merge into something untraceable. They will never catch up, not because they lack effort, but because they were never equipped to operate on the level you command. They cannot anticipate the movements of someone who does not follow their paths. They strategize based on patterns they assume are universal, unaware that you are not following the same logic that governs their world. Where they see barriers, you see passageways. Where they see obstacles, you see opportunities. They are trapped in a world of absolutes, while you navigate infinite possibilities. This is why they will always be left behind, not due to lack of effort, but because they were never designed to transcend the framework they have accepted as reality. The confusion they feel in your presence is their own subconscious recognizing their limitations. The harder they try to understand, the more they expose the restrictions of their own perspective. They do not comprehend that intelligence is not about the accumulation of knowledge, but the ability to wield it in ways they cannot predict. Their attempts to measure you are meaningless, for how can one measure what refuses to be bound? While they remain trapped in the pursuit of validation, you move freely, unbound by their metrics. You are not here to meet their standards. You exist beyond them. Their rules do not apply. Their restrictions do not hold weight. They will try to define you, to categorize you, to place you within a framework they can grasp, but they will fail. You are not meant to fit. You are meant to redefine. The road ahead is not paved with the approval of others, nor does it demand validation from the many. It is shaped by sheer will, an uncompromising resolve that carves through uncertainty with the precision of a master. Where others seek shelter in the familiarity of the crowd, you thrive in the depths of stillness. This is not isolation, it is refinement. Purpose is not found in collective consensus, but in the courage to walk alone, free from the weight of external expectations. They misread your autonomy as indifference, your discipline as detachment, but their confusion only exposes their dependence on the opinions of the masses. While they tether their existence to fleeting approval, you build something that stands beyond the reach of their understanding. The need to belong does not define you. Rather, you find strength in forging your own way, unburdened by the constraints of conformity. There is no urge to explain, no need to justify. The proof is in the results. Attempts to draw you into their world of compromise and hesitation are wasted effort, for your foundation is built on purpose, not persuasion. What they call loneliness is, in truth, liberation. Independence is not a condition you endure. It is the very essence of your strength. Those bound by the need for affirmation will never comprehend the power of walking alone, but that is their burden, not yours. What others struggle to control through force, you influence through mere presence. Power is not in display, nor in the volume of one's voice, but in the weight of one's certainty. While they chase attention, hoping to be heard, your mere existence sets the course of action. You do not engage in their conflicts, nor do you lower yourself to the theatrics of trivial battles. You are the architect, the one who drafts the blueprints they fail to recognize. While they react, you create. Where they seek domination through chaos, you move with precision, each thought shaping the unseen forces that dictate outcomes. Their confusion is not your concern. Their misunderstanding does not diminish your impact. They fail to grasp that influence is not about control. It is about alignment. True mastery is not found in proving power, but in becoming the force that dictates its course. The ones who do not yet see it will feel it nonetheless, though they will never fully comprehend its source. The need for recognition is a weakness you have long since abandoned. Your worth is not a debate, nor a question to be answered. It is an undeniable truth, existing beyond the fickle measurements of external approval. Others measure themselves against arbitrary benchmarks, seeking to define success through comparison. But you do not play their game. You do not seek to fit within their constructs. You exist to surpass them. The weight of their opinions is meaningless, their standards irrelevant. Those who feel threatened by your presence will attempt to diminish you, to label and categorize what they cannot control. Their bitterness is not a reflection of your worth, but of their own insecurities. You have already stepped beyond the need to engage, for their words cannot shape what is already unshakable. To render them irrelevant is the greatest demonstration of power, not by resisting, but by refusing to acknowledge their influence. Their constraints are self-imposed, their limitations, their own defeat. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord guide your path. Every challenge, every resistance has only served to forge something indestructible. Where others have yielded, you have risen. The trials that would have shattered the ordinary have only strengthened your foundation. There is no need for recognition, no desire for validation. The only proof necessary is the path you continue to carve. The world does not have to understand, nor does it need to accept. It only needs to witness what is unfolding. This journey is not meant for the masses. It is a beacon for those who dare to defy what was once deemed impossible. The limits imposed by others mean nothing to those who refuse to accept them. Let them whisper. Let them doubt. Their resistance is futile. What they fail to comprehend is that the outcome was never in question. The future does not ask for permission. It is shaped by those who refuse to kneel.